Can I offer you a massage?
A massage?
Yes.
With your hands?
With my Bentley. It's like you're walking into the sharper image. Just hit this button right here.
Oh man.
And you were saying?
Oh yes. To put this on the lift, we need to disable the air suspension, and we do that through... Oh my god, this thing is so nice.
So now it won't try to correct itself when we put it up in the air. Speaking of getting up in the air. Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube, and I am out here at Sandy Bottom in Mulvane, Kansas, filming for Car Issues, another blue crossover SUV-ish. We are filming out here off-roading, something a little different than this and a little bit cheaper, and we're doing some crazy off-roading in a car that was never meant to be off-road. But this Bentley, on the other hand, it's designed to go off-road. No, it doesn't have a low-range transfer case, but I have 600 horsepower, enough to grunt it out of just about anything, which is what we're going to try out today, and my wife doesn't know about it. So we're gonna go have some fun here before the sun sets, and then we'll head up the next day to the car wizard to have him check out and look over my Bentley, because it is 5 years old, out of warranty. Yes, low mileage, but it is British, so I imagine he'll find something and get very excited to give me a bill. So this off-road mode is pretty cool. It shows your pitch and your angle, where your wheels are, also what mode you are in. I've got it pretty high here, and then I have it in the last mode here, which is Desert Cactus, which in the Rocky Mountains there's no cactuses. These are all very confusing, like drive on trees, fallen trees. This one's exploding fireworks under the car, and then snow and I don't know, some Japanese hieroglyphics or something, I don't know. So anyway, very confusing. I just turned the knob all the way to off-road, and this Bentley, you can do pretty much anything. There's a dry creek bed here, going down. Okay, scraping a little bit, but oh geez, and up. Easy peasy, no problem. A little touchy on the throttle because it does have 600 horsepower, but nothing to it. I'll go back through and then we'll try something a little more challenging. The hill, Bentley. I think I can. Oh, look at that sunset. Just gorgeous. Now the big problem with off-road videos and why people almost never do them is it never looks challenging on video, because the depth of field and the height, I mean, it really doesn't show. Even the gnarliest trails, unless you're going completely underwater or completely vertical, it really does just seem like there's nothing to it. But we are in a very, very easy portion right now. All right, a little dip. I am in a Bentley, so it's just soaking it all up right now. Oh yeah. This is a little more stressful doing it in a fancy car like this. Let me turn on the massaging seats to relax me. Oh yeah, wave, full blast. Wonderful. And for the first time, I'm happy this thing has winter tires on it, so a little more grip in the off-road part. Okay, here we go. Now I gotta be careful not to give this thing some trail pin striping or bottoming out like I just did. Okay. Well, I just bottomed this car out for the first time. Does it go any higher? Go higher. Where? Up. I need you to go up. All the way up. Please. Oh, it's narrow too. Oh, okay. All right. And now we have some enormous ruts. Jeez. Okay. Okay, this was really stupid. Really stupid. It's getting narrower. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Oh, what was that? Can I get under that fallen branch? And the answer is absolutely not. So I have to reverse all the way I went back. This is a really, really stupid idea. So it's getting dark and I can't see everything that I'm hitting, so let's end this really stupid endeavor, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at the Car Wizards. The 3D trail cam is really nice for backing up, though. Look at that giant spiky log. Oh God. Wizard!
Oh my God.
Can I offer you a massage?
A massage?
Yes.
With your hands?
A very personal massage.
Personal?
Yes. With my Bentley, not me.
Okay.
No.
With the Bentley. Yes.
No. It's like a 8-handed massage.
Really?
Oh yes. It's like you're walking into the sharper image. Just hit this button right here. And see, it's in pulse and full speed. Here you go.
Oh, that's so nice. How can you drive with this thing pulsating and waving and...
Well, it's doing the back, it's not doing the front, so you don't get too distracted, obviously.
I think it feels so nice, I would be distracted. I'd be like, bam, and just run into somebody.
Yeah, I do love the interior of this thing. 2017, 32,000 miles now. Probably doesn't need anything, but it is out of warranty. I would like you to look it over, though, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I'll be out there in a minute.
Massagers, is it found your sweet spot?
Oh yes.
Is your leg starting to twitch like a dog? Yeah, he's
okay. What were we talking about again?
An inspection, please, on the Bentayga.
Right, sorry. So we can't just put this thing up in the air. Oh man.
You were saying?
Oh yes. To put this on the lift, we need to disable the air suspension, and we do that through... Oh my God, this thing is so nice. We
might need to turn this thing off. So I think you go into the menus here to the car.
Go down to
service. Yeah.
Air suspension. Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. So now it won't try to correct itself when we put it up in the air. Speaking of getting up in the air, anyway, we need to end this massage. Yeah. So this is an early one, Wizard. So it has the big in here.
Oh. The big W12
twin turbo, which, are you a fan of these?
I think it might be easier to work on. There's more room in here, but not in the Continental. I'm not. They're really hard to work on. They can be.
Yeah, and the early cars had those issues with the vacuum lines that we had discovered with the first
the Russian Bentley.
Oh, that was a total nightmare. So yes. Engine out. I believe Freddie just completely swapped the engine on that one, which was the way to go, but obviously a lot more refined by now. And I don't know. I mean, the turbo V8's a good engine. I think they're both pretty similar as far as maintenance and stuff, right?
Yeah, Mrs. Wizard's talking about getting a Continental, and I told her if we do, it's going to be the V8. But in this situation, I think it maybe this is the way to go.
I mean, it is 600 horsepower and puts this thing to 60 in 4 seconds.
4 seconds?
4 seconds.
That's about as long as I lasted in the seat in there.
Nice. So the plastic cover, unfortunately, though, of course,
yeah.
You probably don't want to see what's under there. It's probably hideous, right?
It probably won't come off in 30 seconds. It'll take quite a bit of doing.
Yeah, a lot of plastic covers to hide everything, but that's the way of the world now, huh?
It is. Lots of plasticky stuff.
I wonder if we'll see anything underneath, or if it's just all clean under body panels, but...
There's only one way to find out.
Yep, she's kind of down on the ground now because of the jack mode.
Yep.
Looks kind of wagony. Yeah, go on up. She's a heavy one.
Yep, it's a girthy girl.
But getting started, it's got kind of a pattern on it, huh?
That looks like some sort of carbon fiber.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess kind of a cheap one because it's a very exposed mesh, but
yeah,
I guess it's doing the job. The one thing that's weird on this is the snow tires. I don't really understand the Pirelli snows, wherever this came from. I'm hoping it's not somewhere there was a lot of salt and snow and stuff on the ground. So
it's definitely not from Dubai.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out here. Doesn't look rusty, please.
No rusty. No CV boots torn. Look at those big brakes.
That is a massive caliper. I mean, that is...
like 2 hands
It's
big.
about my whole half my arm.
Man, I'm jealous.
That's yeah. Wowza. Okay.
Let's see if there's anything on the other side.
just a similar gigantic front brake, which it does do a great job of that.
Obviously, it probably drives straight and does everything well.
And this is the little ride height sensor for the air ride.
Yep, there's one there and one here.
And the airbags, which...
part of the strut up there, yeah. You can see the orange airline going to it.
Which these are nice where you don't see the rubber. I like how Porsche, Volkswagen, they all do it to where you don't see any of the airbag, whereas, you know, like Mercedes, don't you see them and they just kind of blow out? I think of these boots as sort of like a like girdle, like Spanx, you know, to where it kind of keeps it out of the dust and kind of sucked in too, to where it doesn't go out too much and have a blowout, you know.
I guess.
But
you can thank Volkswagen, Audi for that.
Yeah,
that's all they're doing.
It seems more reliable to me than Land Rover and Mercedes for whatever reason.
One thing it'll do is keep sand and rocks and things out of there that could puncture the bag.
Mm-hmm.
We could look up in here and see it's nice and dry in there.
Yeah, you can almost see a turbo.
Yep, and on this side, this is the transmission, everything's dry there too. Yeah, there's definitely more room up in there if it had to be worked on. It's not crammed into a Continental.
Well, that's good.
Everything's dry on this output shaft.
Yeah, otherwise looks very similar to the Continental, I guess, huh?
Some things are, yes.
Yeah, the all-wheel drive system, where's the front drive shaft, or is it really?
The drive shaft is right here, it's this silver tube.
Oh, yep, there it is.
And it goes forward. You can't really see with all these panels on, but there's a differential right there.
Mm-hmm. But kind of mounted to one side, obviously, and one...
Yeah.
Yep. It's,
check out this little shaft.
Yeah, of course you will. Especially after it massaged you.
It's wet. She wet!
Air conditioning?
Yep.
Okay. Well, here's more of that. Whatever it is.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Fiberglass or something.
Mesh, plastic, fiberglass, yeah, whatever it is.
Audi AG. Here's our rear differential. Here's our sway bar link adjuster there. You can change the settings that way.
Nice.
See what goes over to here.
Yep. Volkswagen AG.
Volkswagen parts,
Germany.
Audi parts, yep.
Which you're seeing on a Bentley, which is normal. And then here's that massive rear airbag, and like I said, it's protected with a little plastic condom.
It sure is.
Which you wonder why Mercedes and Land Rover don't do that.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It would seem like they'd want to keep the dirt out.
Right.
Everything's nice and dry under here.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like a northern salty state car, which is a big relief.
Here's your valve block for your air suspension.
Well, that's easy to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about maintaining this thing for the next 5 years? Is it scary?
No, I don't think it's scary at all. I think it's totally doable. Being that it's an SUV, there's more room to get to everything.
Okay, and really nothing to fix right now.
And really, it's a Volkswagen Audi.
So we'll be able to match up parts to other things, and
Mm-hmm.
fingers crossed it not being a terrible car to keep running, even though it has no warranty left. But it's the wife's car.
But you know, a lot of people say that about the Levante, say it's not really an exotic car because it has Stellantis or Chrysler parts on it.
Mm-hmm.
But what did we just see here? Volkswagen parts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Wizard's very defensive of his Levante.
Mm-hmm. I love the Levante.
I like mine a lot too, but yeah, I don't mind making fun of it. So anyway, well, I'm sure we'll have some issues down the road, but for now, she is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of issues, well, actually, it doesn't have any issues anymore. Let's go to the Ferrari. So we've had record heat here, and I had a little Ferrari meetup for car issues with a Maserati, the one I hit the Cyclone with. And I brought my cars, including the 456. It was like 107 degrees that day. And after a lot of driving, it went kind of nuts.
What kind of nuts? Huh?
It went down a bank, so it was only running on 6 cylinders, and then it came back, and then it had a surging idle, and then it was normal, but then a fuel pump was running all the time in the back. And I brought it up to you to get fixed. It's running perfectly, and it's ran perfectly for days now.
It's healed itself.
Yeah, I don't know. It still needs the air conditioning fixed, and the hood is getting virtually impossible to open now at this point. The fit has always been a little wonky on this hood.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that has anything to do with it or just the cables got stretched out and worn over the years. But yeah, it does need something, but it's healed itself, which is strange.
I have an upgrade idea for your Bentleys. Look at the front of this one.
Oh?
A lot of people are removing their grills now. It's a really cool
Oh yeah, you're getting the grill refinished, yeah.
Yeah.
No, my grill's in fine shape.
Okay.
So, but But while we're here, I guess the Suburban, this is the perfect Suburban that I bought. That was a one owner, you know, new car trade-in at a Subaru dealer, had no issues, never had any paint work, and well, it showed up and, well, none of that was true.
None of it was true.
So the instrument cluster had gone bonkers. That's an easy fix for the guy who rebuilds them. Thankfully, we have somebody there. But then the seat motor, the driver's seat, did not move, and you fixing that has been a little bit of a journey, hasn't it?
Yes. Okay. You can see the seat motors. We can get them out. They're just not really meant to be replaceable. You should really do the whole seat frame. But this has memory seats on it, and the one that I ordered just has standard motors. Seems kind of tough to find the memory ones, but I think we can make those work anyways. Yeah, because it was a loaded to the gills low mileage Z71 that I'm getting ready to sell, and it was supposed to not have any paint work done, and it has. It had a lot of paint work that was yeah, you can tell, not the best, but I mean, it's still presentable. 65,000 miles Z71, so a little disappointing, but normal used car stuff. And speaking of GM products, the Cyclone, yeah, that dent on the back is still there, unfortunately, but you fixed the front differential leak on the show. We don't want to give too much away, but the Bentley's kind of similar, right? Because the diff's off to the side there, like that? Yeah, on the Bentley, it's kind of like bolt almost to the oil pan of the engine, all kind of one unit, but it's basically the same idea.
But in the process of having to do this job really, really quickly for the show, the shifter cable got...
The shift cable just snapped.
It's just old too, so not a big deal, but we had to wait for the parts. That's why it's up in the air. Then I'll be driving it down to Van Gogh to have them fix the dent and really redo this thing, which I'm really excited to do. Well, speaking of bad news, much worse news than this, and trucks, I guess. You punted my Dodge, my Cummins, 100 short of 1,000,000 miles, and the Wizard won't fix it.
It won't fix it.
How dare you?
Because I'm not a diesel bro, especially a tuned truck like that.
Yeah, Wizard spent a lot of years working on farm trucks, stuff like that. You had a video out recently because nobody wanted to work on that, so you're going to dive in and be a farm truck guy again. But anyway, he's not a diesel guy. You pulled that thing off and it started and ran, but then when you replaced the, what is it, some solenoid?
The FCA is an actuator.
An actuator, okay, something for the fuel pressure. It didn't fix it. The truck still doesn't run right. You tried a few things and you're...
Yeah, there's been a lot of things changed on there that are not stock. I can't just go say, well, this part's bad, and I put a stock part on, and then we get an issue where it's like, well, we shouldn't have put the stock part on, we should have put the tuned part on, and then it's just something that really needs to go to a diesel shop. Yeah, somebody that works on those diesels, those Cummins, every single day has seen it all, and, well, you have not seen it all, unfortunately, so you didn't want to just throw parts at it and such, so I appreciate that. All the different videos I've done, nobody's seen really big rig diesels that much in here. That's not what we really do here. Well, fingers crossed, the guy I have it seems very, very competent. Dennis, the tow truck driver, uses all of his diesel work with this guy, so fingers crossed. But do you have some good news for me? I do. We're finishing up a few last little bits on your 49 Cadillac. Really? It's almost done. Oh, the grill is back on. Oh, man. Yep, we had to have the hose assemblies for both high and low side repaired, rebuilt basically, and also the condenser had pinholes. We had them soldered shut. Okay. The AC's blowing cold now, though. All right. Well, I guess I can bring up my Lamborghini Murcielago, have you look at it, because I doubt that car sealed itself. It's leaking something underneath, and then I can take this home, huh? Yes, that one's be ready to go. I won't have a bill yet, so you can leave today without paying a bill. That's some more good news. Okay, well, Bentley's good. I guess I can start giving it to the wife now to drive it. I wanted to make sure that it was safe and comfortable for her, so I made sure for a week for me to daily drive this thing. I had to take on that burden myself, making sure all the stuff worked, you know. The things I do for love, Wizard. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching.